Alright guys, today we're working on the 93, the 4-cylinder Mustang. If you remember, we lowered it, but I didn't replace the shock bushings, or the coil spring insulators. And I've been getting a little too much vibration in the vehicle, and it feels like it's coming from the back, and the insulators that are left in there are like even more like tore up than when we took the springs out. So I've got some new energy suspension bushings, insulators, whatever you want to call them, isolator. They call them isolators, so I guess that's the right name. So I've got some new ones from Energy Suspension, got them on Amazon for like 20 bucks. And so we have to drop the rear axle, pull the springs again, and put these on, and hopefully the car will vibrate less. Why it's not here, and if you remember last time we did this, one of us basically had to like stand on the rear axle to get it to like push down far enough, which probably isn't the right way to do it. But this time I have coil spring compressors, so that's probably the right way to do it. So let's get started. Alright, so I went ahead and got the wheels off. As you can see, the isolators are barely even there anymore. So these springs aren't even like really seated properly because of those, which is not safe and not good, and it doesn't ride very well because of it. I went ahead and I got the wheels off and the sway bar off. I'm gonna soak the sway bar down with purple power because it's really gross from all the road grime, and then you can see it under the car, and it's full rice or redness, which is really what we're going for. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that and get those springs out. Okay, so I got the first spring out. Yeah, just kind of put the spring compressor on it, cranked it down, and it pulled right out. I only used one of them, even though, I mean, you can use one on either side. But yeah, here's the old mounts. The top one's actually not in that bad a shape. Here's the old one, that's the new one. But the bottom one is pretty much like a dog toy at this point. So that's gonna go, and here's the new one. Looks a lot better and it all fits. So gonna go ahead and pop these in, get that spring in, and then do the same on the other side. Alright, so I just got the passenger side spring out, and as I was doing it, the bottom isolator just like disintegrated into yeah, it's in pretty rough shape. So get rid of that, and that piece that fell off, and this one is the top one, also in really bad condition. I don't know why this side's a little worse than the other, but oh well. Go ahead and get these replaced, and hopefully it'll ride a lot better. The other side, I did have to use the other coil spring compressor to get the spring back in, but I think there's I got a little more leeway on this side, so I will get back to you when it's all put back together. Alright, so I got both of the springs in, and the sway bar is back in and bolted up, and the shocks are back, bolted up, so everything's back in place. That tire's on. I just got to tighten the lug nuts. The springs are seated properly, which is good. Once you like jack it up all the way, you got to make sure they're like facing the right direction and like nothing's gonna explode. So they look pretty good. I'm gonna put this tire on, tighten all the lug nuts, get it on the road, and see how it feels. All right, so we're in the 4-banger with the new isolators in the back, and we're gonna take it for a little test drive. First down the dirt road, if it'll get through the sand, and we're gonna see how this thing does. So it might look like it's still vibrating really bad on camera, but this feels like heaps better. When it was at its worst, it was when you were going like a fairly high speed, like above 60, 70. So I'm gonna get it up to speed and see if it's as bad. Now we're at 75 now, and it's vibrating, but you can feel it more, like it's more vibrating in the front than the back. and now I'm right behind someone. But yeah, I definitely feel an improvement. It's always good to like replace worn out crap with like stuff that's slightly better. Like you're really not going to notice like Ford Prothane bushings. I mean, if I replace the control arms as well, like the whole control arms, and with ones that had Prothane bushings, I would really feel a difference. But this just feels like a smoother ride, which is really what I was going for. So I definitely feel like it was worth the 20 bucks. I don't have just constant vibrations at like any speed. So I think they really helped. Gonna pull a little donut right here. And by donut I just mean turn around. Or do donut, we'll see. So yeah, it feels solid, worth the 20 bucks. I mean, it's a smoother ride, so it's something you'll actually enjoy every day as opposed to just, you know, carving it up on back roads, which is really fun. And probably gonna get me arrested. This thing needs a better seat. Hard on the brakes. Worst thing about this car is the transmission. Hands down. You go first to second, it does fine. Second to third, it's like, screw you. But it's still fun. And I don't know what I'm gonna do with it next. I mean, after the 5.0's on the road. So if you have any great ideas, hit me up. I might just be lazy and put an Explorer 5.0 in it. But I don't know. I want to do something weird with it, which wouldn't be that. But if you have any ideas, let me know. If you like this video, like it, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And thank you for watching. I'm going to get a beverage because it's 900 degrees here in Florida.